Kindness and people pleasing are two completely different things. When you're kind, you like to help people. You enjoy seeing people happy. It's a beautiful virtue. You like to help other people. You are a good intention. When you people please, you have to make other people happy. You have to see other people happy. You don't have the choice. It's a responsibility. It's a duty. And that is harmful to yourself. You need to stop doing that. Hi and welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm Prissy and I talk about self-awareness, which is the way to help you see yourself, cut your BS, and get out of the matrix. I'm not gonna introduce myself for too long. If you want to get to know me, have a look around. If you like what you see, subscribe and join the self-awareness journey. So getting back to the video, first thing I want you to know is that there are all kind of people pleasing. We all people please for different reasons. Personally, I started to really people please because I grew up associating being unappreciated with being a danger, because I got hurt when people didn't like me. When I felt like I was bothering, I was getting hurt. So I associated the two, and I understood quite early that when people enjoy your company, they don't hurt you as much as when they don't like you. So I early told myself I have to be appreciated, or more importantly, I have to avoid being disliked and appreciated at all costs. That was my personal reason. So I advise you to find yours so that you can walk through changing the belief that is associated with the reason why you need people to like you so much, whether with a therapist, through meditation by yourself. This is going to be very helpful in cutting your very bad habit to try to please other people all the time, to try to be appreciated, because sometimes the problem actually stems from an actual trauma. So there's that, and I wanted you to know that you can just ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of if someone doesn't like me, doesn't appreciate me? This is an excellent way to start. Now let's get to the good bit. Most people please because they lack a sense of self. It goes beyond that, the fact that you don't know who you are. It's deeper than that. You don't even realize that you are a person. That's deep. Why? Because growing up, whether your needs were never met, and so you never realized that you have any, you were not enough asked what you wanted, what you like, what you want to do. You were never really asked that. Things were always imposed to you. And every time you asked for something for yourself, whether it was rejected or not taken seriously enough, and so you grew up never developing this sense of self, this sense of I am a person, I have needs. And so because you don't realize you're someone, you're not focused on yourself, and so you become hyper focused on others, other people around you. Listen to me, you need to understand this. You don't need to be externally approved to exist. I need this to hit. You must determine your needs and honor them. You need to get to know yourself and start setting boundaries. Caring about other people more than you is more than disrespectful. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Can you imagine having a kid and taking care, providing for all the other kids in town, but not your own? That makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. It's not just cruel. It makes zero sense. It's not even an act of kindness. We can tell if you're kind really or not, because you are obviously neglecting the most important person you're supposed to take care of. So it makes no sense. That doesn't make you a kind person. You understand? That's what is happening when you take care of other people more than you. It makes no sense. When you try to meet everyone's need but your own, it makes no sense. It's a good thing to be a good person, but being a good person means being good to you first. People pleasing stem from a problem that is so much deeper than a lack of boundaries, fear of disappointing other people. It's so much deeper than that. It's a genuine lack of consideration for yourself. You don't realize that you're a person and that you are as important as anyone else. Because I've heard a lot about advice for people pleasers to like allow yourself to disappoint other people. It's true, allow yourself to disappoint others. That's a fact. We are all going to disappoint people in our lives, but it's way deeper than that. Why? Let me give you an example. You have a dog right now, or a cat, or a pet, whatever. Let's make it with pets. Someone approaches your dog and wants to pet them. Oh, it's so cute. Do you want some chocolate? They're trying to feed your dog, to give them chocolate. You know your dog is allergic to chocolate. What do? You're gonna jump, okay? You're gonna jump and say, no, they don't eat that. They can't eat that. Sorry. No, not possible. Or someone offer you a gift to your dog and it happens to be some kind of clothes for dogs in a texture that you know your dog is not going to appreciate, okay? You're immediately gonna grab this and say, thank you so much, but I can't use it. My dog is allergic to that. It's not going to appreciate. I know my bamboo, she hates that texture. It's going to be itchy on her. Sorry, but I have to give it back. I'm giving these examples because I've seen it so many times happening, actually. How fast, you know, we react, how fast we honor, care, defend other people's boundaries, other beings' boundaries, and we can even do that with ourselves. Because yesterday, when you were at the restaurant and the waiter served you the wrong order, you couldn't tell them they were wrong. You were too uncomfortable. You didn't want to bother. But if right now someone serves something toxic to your dog, you're gonna jump to the ceiling and scream, no, it's not good for them. They don't like that kind of food. I'm sorry. No, that's not gonna be possible. No, no, no. This is a serious lack of consideration for yourself. How can you show this dedication to a pet, to your child, to your friends, and not show that dedication when it comes to stating your boundaries, when it comes to honoring your own needs? That's because you don't consider yourself as a person. You don't understand that you are someone. You exist. I give you that it's not easy to always remember that, because every day what we see is... And so when we see this, we don't realize that we are part of this experience as much as anyone else. Just because you don't see yourself doesn't mean you don't exist. You're a person. So before thinking about setting boundaries, about allowing yourself to disappoint other people, about all those things, what I want you to do is to sit, to take into consideration, to repeat to yourself, understand, to integrate the fact that you're a person. You are a person with needs. Can you just repeat this to yourself in front of the mirror? Would be great. Looking at you, understand that you're a person and that you exist in this human experience, that you have needs and they are extremely important. You have to honor them, you have to meet them, just like everyone has to do that for themselves. In front of the mirror, look at yourself, take time to see yourself, to acknowledge yourself, and to say to yourself that you are a person, that you exist, you have needs. During meditation is even better because these affirmations are going to really flow to your subconscious, and by connecting to your inner child and telling them that, giving them that information is even more powerful, because it needs to hit to the source, to the core of who you are, that you're a person, and that's something you didn't understand growing up. Understanding this really unlocked something in my subconscious that really hit that I was a person, and out of nowhere I didn't even need to work on allowing myself to disappoint other people, to see other people angry at me, disappointed at me, to work on the discomfort of setting boundaries. It just hit so deeply that I was a person, and I don't even have to apologize for having needs and to say I can't do that. It just hit really. So I really recommend giving this information to your inner child, because they really are the one who need that information the most. It's going to transform you. Only then you can work on setting boundaries, determining what kind of boundaries you need. A few affirmations that really help me, that are very powerful, that you can repeat to yourself again in front of the mirror during meditation, to give to your inner child as well. I am a person. I have needs. My only responsibility is to honor my needs, is to serve myself, my heart. My responsibility is to be aligned with myself. I am the most important person of my life. And to go a bit further, something that helped too is to tell myself that my duty is not to serve other people. My duty is not to make other people happy. My duty is not to maintain peace. My duty is not to protect other people. It is not your duty. No one asked this of you. This was never asked of you. Your duty is only to take care of yourself. I would love to discuss a bit more of that in the comments. Don't hesitate to drop questions if you have any. As for me, I'm gonna leave you there, and I really hope this video helps you get more clarity about the very source of people pleasing. This need to, in the end, control how other people perceive you. But in the end, it's nothing more than a hyper focus on the external world, a lack of understanding that you're actually part of this world too. You're a person. Come back to you. There is nothing more natural than having needs. Everyone has them. You have to honor yours first. You have to put yourself first. You have to understand that you exist. You're extremely important. So start considering yourself first, and the rest will just fall back into place. I hope it hits. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.